Get back here and immediately I get ill. Classic. I haven't been in this room for 2 years. In my hat. Dumb, stupid hat. 2, because I missed my flight last year back home for the holidays. Holidays, the 16 hours I was allowed to spend away from the show that I was doing at the time, in which I played a Jappa dog and whatever this is. It was a good time. And it's weird to describe this place as home. I've spent the last 3, now entering 4 years in Vancouver, BC, as opposed to here, Fort St. John, the cold butthole of BC. I say that because I don't have a lot of very good memories here. However, racism, sexism, homophobia, and violence aside, I should give the small city that I grew up in some credit. I developed a thick skin here. I learned many skills growing up here. I've made a handful of friends from this place. In the arms of the angel. I even met and fell in love with my significant other. And other cities like Vancouver still have the same problems as mentioned before, just in a less in-your-face, drive-by, yell something awful at you kind of way. But you know what Vancouver doesn't have? A beautiful sky like we do. Yep, the crown jewel of the north. The sky. But honestly, the sky is pretty amazing compared to the city. Other than that, not much else. The people, barring the awful ones, are generally pretty nice and personable compared to Vancouver's infamously cold population. However, being Asian, or really only half, but I just got used to calling myself Asian because everyone would call me Asian, but I digress. Being Asian, I can't say I had a great time here. Interactions, when pleasant, still eventually somehow ended up involving something involving my race. I've just started watching The Office on Netflix, and Michael Scott is a really good example of this. Not all pleasant interactions turned into Michael Scott, but most of them generally did. The not pleasant ones? Well, you can probably imagine. Fun fact, when I was in high school, the Hicks used to prominently display the Confederate flag. And because of good old supply and demand, the shops in the local mall would stock giant blankets with the Confederate flag on them. They would just display them. There, out in the open. Were they American? Not that I know of. Does that make it any less offensive? Nope. It's not like they cared, but I mean, come on. At the very least, it's very un-Canadian. They can't even claim to be good nationalists. They're just racist. For shame. Anyways, it's always weird to come home. I've gotten used to Vancouver, seeing a Starbucks around every corner, being terrified of the bad drivers, smelling Richmond and the dump in the warm summer day. I've become accustomed to how the locals dress. See, Vancouver's full of a bunch of hipsters and lumbersexuals that have never even held an axe before in their life. Meanwhile, there's the Fort St. John aesthetic. For the ladies, a white woman wearing moccasin boots, or Uggs, Lulus, or skin-tight jeans with bejeweled butt flaps. It's weird. And like a camo Under Armour a hoodie or something. Meanwhile, you can expect the men to wear something like a all-black, worn-out Carhartt hoodie and black jeans with DC shoes that are the skateboard shoes, the big chunky kind, worn out of course, like a Monster Energy, like flat-rimmed hat, and it's either that or like a straight-up cowboy. It's well, I mean, if you like that kind of stuff, it's its own thing. Baby, lock the door and turn the lights down. The people I've met from Vancouver who have been here usually say the same thing. There's a Walmart. And, yep, there is. They also sometimes mention the sky or the nice people if they're white. Our mall isn't well lit and has a brown interior. Our nightlife is like 3 bars and some strippers. Although the old Condell is shutting down, so no more peg-legged stripper and allegedly the greatest steaks in town. We have too many sushi joints, only one hippie cafe. And no matter what day of the year it is, your barbecue plans might be cancelled by unexpected snowfall or any other weather scenario imaginable.
Ooh, pretty. Holy crap.
But hey, it's Fort St. John. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here, against my will. It's my hometown, whether I like it or not. Like family, it's just something I don't get to choose in life. Do I love it? Nope. But just like a relative that you can't stand, I tolerate it because it's a part of my life. And I only have to be around it once a year. Home. Gross. It is currently negative 30 degrees Celsius outside. That is negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit for all you Americans out there. Hell isn't on fire. It's frozen.